Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at, ladies and gents. I am Kura Isagami, your resident Tinkerer and Medarotter, and this is the Medarot News Network, bringing you all the latest developments and happenings with our favorite pet fighting robot series. Now this week, as we amp up for the final week of April and the start of Golden Week, no less, as you see here, we have not one, but two very highly prized and highly anticipated returnees from the days of Medarot 3, and especially more so those who have watched the rather controversial Season 3 of the Medabots anime that was localized will know these two particular fellows very, very well and what they are capable of. So with that being said, as well as the incoming event and lots of exciting news this week as we wrap up and start up for Golden Week, let's go ahead and jump right into what they did announce for the Golden Week Party Time. Starting up on the docket, we have the Gacha banners, which start off with, of course, STG-01 Excise, with a kit of Shoot Trap, Charge Claw, Hammer, Biped Legs, and the Climber leg ability. Then behind him, we also have his twin and counterpart, KLN-01 Unitris, with a kit of Heater Plant, Rifle, Gatling, Biped Legs, and the Gunman leg ability. Both of these two models as well are indeed capable of a meta change and a transformation sequence, pretty much as well known, again by folks that have watched the anime or played Medarot 3. Excise's meta change will change his kit, not necessarily entirely, but definitely amp it up a stage, with changing to Melee Trap, Charge Blade, Pile, Multi-Legs, and the Land Cruiser leg ability. And then, much like Excise, Unitris also is capable of transforming, largely changing his kit out and amping it up a step as well, with a kit of Cooler Plant, Power Rifle, Giga Gatling, Wheeled Legs, and the Forester leg ability. So lots of really solid skills and very nice coverage just between these two alone and what they can cover, not just by themselves, but also with everything else in between. And then, of course, in addition to that, we do have some rerun banners for some incoming bots to help celebrate. First of which on the docket is BBB0 Barbe Blue, the Bluebeard horse rider type with a kit of Gatling, Freeze, Shoot Guard, Multi-Legs, and the Bloodstain leg ability. So also a very solid, conventional, I'd say balanced defender in this case, as well, especially with a freeze ailment for stopping enemies in their tracks. But we're not done yet, honestly, as we have yet another round of reruns, kind of related to what we have going on live thus far. Continuing on with that train, we have CRH0 Bad Hacker, the ever-popular cockroach type and master of passive aggression, with a kit of Field Repair, Shoot Trap, Melee Trap, Biped Legs, and the B-Loader leg ability. And in addition, he also is capable of meta change as well, where he changes his kit basically entirely and goes from passive aggression to full-on ailment aggression, with a kit of Field Repair, Bug, Virus, Multi-Legs, and the Carrier leg ability. And then kind of tying into seeing both Excise and Unitris making their grand debut, we do have both the 02 models making rerun banners as well this week. KLN-02 Meisai Moran with a kit of Melee Trap, Power Rifle, Gatling, Biped Legs, and the Clairvoyance leg ability. And then, of course, his counterpart, STG-02 Malkyrodis, with Head Trap, Assassin, Hammer, Biped Legs, and the Nest leg ability. So honestly, we have a lot of really nice bots this week, all of them very highly sought after, very solid skills to make use of one way or the other. Naturally, of course, Excise and Unitris will be the two really big name and big ticket items this week with the meta change capability, but that will also make them just a little harder to go after, since, as a reminder, gacha banners that have meta change bots, meaning you either get all of them in one run, or you get nothing at all. Needless to say, you will still get your pity rewards and your Cyplasium and ROMs all the same if you do miss out on them, but definitely make sure that you do invest and choose wisely with who you choose to invest your rubies in. But all that aside, all the models that we do have going live this week are definitely worth going after in the long run. If you are a relatively newer player or a rookie player that's been around for a pretty fair bit of time now, lots of very solid and conventional parts to make use of all around. With the Fierce Battles we have this week, not as much hype as you'd expect as the gacha banners have going for them, but still mixed fighters and very conventional parts all the same. Starting, of course, with CRC-01 Shafu with a kit of melee, sword, double anti-air, melee variant, biped legs, and the Excel leg ability. Then we also have FSK-0 Jinban Fairy, the figure skating type, with a kit of Charge Plant, Double Claw, Flight Legs, and the Snow type leg ability. And then last but not least, another relatively well-known model, HWK0 Fly Falcon, with a kit of triple napalm, flight legs, and the assail-like ability. So like I said, lots of rather conventional parts all around this week for the Fierce Battles if you choose to farm them or go after them. Going for an MVP of the week really wasn't super difficult to decide. Shafu's arms for melee anti-air are always good to have on hand as a just in case, in the rare instance you do decide to face off against someone with flight legs for that ×7 damage bonus all around. And then of course, Jinban Fairy. Being flight legs, you will have a very naturally high flight, mobility, and evade to a point, but the snow type of like ability is really where where her skill shines, as she's only one of a very small handful of Medarots thus far in the game that have this ability and ultimately have mastery on a snow type terrain, which ultimately no one has mastery on whatsoever. So definitely very good to hold on to and raise just for those opportunities and situations that do come about. Now, aside from all this, we do also have a Twitter contest that's going on right now in light of the release of both Excise and Unitress and going live this week. If we can make 1,500 likes and retweets on the original post from the official Medarot S channel, they will reward all players with an additional BGM, the instrumental version of the remix Passion Man, which is kind of a lyrical cover of Kuji's background and character theme from the early games for anyone that may know this character, or even the theme, or even listen to the remix particularly well. Very nice remix. I mean, even with the lyrics, definitely worth going after. And 1,500 likes and retweets, we can make that very easily, guys. We could probably have that done by the end of the day, if not already by the time of recording as of current. So very easy goal. We can make that even before this update goes live. Now, in addition to all this, we do also have another skin going live in the convenience store, and this time Meisai Maran is getting a turn with an additional color as with a woodland camo skin. Now, honestly, being a fan of the darker earthy colors and the green colors, I am a big fan of this right from start. Not 100% sure if I may go after it just yet, just to kind of save on resources, especially since aside from collaboration and limited event skins, skins that are added to the convenience store tend to never really go anywhere. So definitely a really nice skin all the same to go after, especially if you are a KLN main such as with Meisai Maran or War Bonnet, or even when Unitress does go live. This will definitely be a must-have for you if you have the rubies on hand to go after it. Now, we do also have an event going live for Golden Week this coming week. To celebrate not just the celebration itself, but also the release of Excise and Unitress once again. With this challenge, you can challenge it to earn limited rewards such as Medarot Milky, the fourth wall breaking and universe traveling witch that we've seen in the events past, kind of as the catalyst to get all of those events up and running, especially with a lot of crossover characters in the past. So definitely will be very nice to see her officially as someone that we can collect and get a hold of to make use of on further kits all the same. In addition to that, we can also earn a chance to redeem for parts to WCH0's Sun Witchy, which is Milky's personal Medarot, with a kit of triple slip, and float legs, and the illusion leg ability. And then last but not least, we also have the opportunity to go after the Sky Medal as another limited reward. In addition to this, we also have, of course, Cyplasium, ROMs, and a handful of rubies, in addition to some color chips and some mini energy refills. So definitely going to be a very fun event this week, all the same, going after anything, not just these limited rewards, but everything else in between for rookie players or even veterans alike to stock up on a lot of very highly sought after and very necessary Ascension materials for both parts, medals, and Medarotters alike. Now, this event also will be kind of a start in what we've seen for a while. This event will be ticket-based, so of course, with that being said, mixed parts and mixed sets will be greatly encouraged across the board to maximize your bonus, as simply equipping all the parts on one will only give you that flat +3 bonus to that one singular Medarot. So in this case, if you choose to go after, say, a maximum bonus of +3 for red tickets, you can mix the parts up between Barbe Blue and Makairodis and spread them out across the team to maximize that bonus. Otherwise, simply using pure sets will not net you as much of one. Same can be said, of course, for the blue tickets, but this week they did also decide to change things up. Excise and Unitress, respectively, are using their own particular tickets, which are gold and silver, respectively. Now with those tickets in particular, I've noticed, and based on what I read, they are entirely optional, which is a first for ticket-based events like this in the past, which I'm very openly welcome to, as basically this will allow people to go after other gacha banners if, say, Excise or Unitress doesn't necessarily interest them, and still manage to net a very healthy bonus all the same. So, like I said, those two are entirely optional and not required to maximizing bonuses for this event, which will be greatly welcomed, especially since those two as meta change models will have a little harder of a pull rate to get a hold of in the gacha banners. Theoretically, that being said, this may also be a significantly easier event to farm, aside from them spacing it out between 1 or 2 weeks, since it does not rely on the 2 highlighted models and the 2 MVPs to maximize those bonuses all the same. Now, given previous pattern, there is a rumor or a likelihood of a collaboration coming sometime soon, whether that be at the start or even after this event ends in early mid-May. We might see something. I'm not 100% sure, and I can't guarantee or confirm that we may see something. Maybe they may take May as a skip week and kind of skip on to a collaboration in June. Nothing can really be said or confirmed on that, sadly. But with that being said, with the rumor of a collaboration coming around the corner, given previous consistency and patterns, I'd say ultimately if you want to invest rubies or resources in the gacha banners this week, I'd say do it at your own discretion and your own desire, because all the bots we have this week are honestly still very good and very handy and have a lot of very nice skills to make use of. But ultimately that choice will lie in you at the end of the day. Now, aside from all that, on the community front, we are still continually looking for translators for the Medarot 3 and the Medarot Reloaded translation projects. So if you in case of Medarot 3, there has been a lot of fantastic progress being made on a lot of menus and a lot of UI systems and HUDs by Variant and the rest of the team. So fantastic work, you guys, if you are watching this. And keep that work upcoming. That being said, if you are versed in Japanese or coding or cleaning and have some time on your hands, we are more than appreciative of any efforts that you'd be willing to contribute or provide to help us get these projects finished, so we can work on other ones. Medarots 4, 5, and Navi are some very highly sought after and highly requested models to games to go after that we want to translate next, and we absolutely want to. We just need the manpower to be able to do it. So once again, if you are knowledgeable in coding, cleaning, or Japanese and have some time on your hands, we are more than appreciative of any efforts that you can provide. And if you have questions, you can reach out to me or join our Discord in the link provided and in the comments below. That'll get you up to date on everything that has been finished and everything that has been done up to this point. Now, I do have to apologize up to a point too. Last week, I was supposed to announce the winners of my 250 subscriber milestone contest that I had on Twitter, and sadly, it kind of escaped my mind until right after I finished uploading them. So I do want to apologize on that right from front, and chose to extend that another week for folks that did want to maybe contribute and participate in that contest. Didn't quite get the participation I was hoping for, but I still did get some fantastic entries all the same. But I did ultimately finally decide on a winner, and that is with this team here with @Metabots ESP, or the Spanish Medarot channel on Twitter, with their team of Beastmaster with Metal Eater's legs, a very highly blue saturated bipedal Imagine Kaiser, and a floaty leg, a tractor, all the same. So fantastic work, wonderful, very unique color scheme all the same. So congratulations on being the winner of this contest. I will work on those chibis for you sometime in the very near future and have them to you whenever I can. So definitely keep a lookout for those, and I will be in contact with you once those are indeed finished. But not just to give you all the spotlight here, I do want to highlight all the other entries that I did get in the contest thus far, since I didn't get a whole lot, but enough to really warrant just showcasing them all off, because they are still fantastic and wonderful examples of various team builds that you can see all along the way, from veteran and master to rookie and new player alike. So once again, Thank you so much for participating, and thank you so very, very much for your continued support and your encouragement in this, with this contest simply being a way of me giving back to the community all the same. I will continue to leave the hashtag RoBattle on up. I may tag it every once in a while if I have a contest or decide to hold one at some point. Much similar to this one, maybe with a little higher stakes reward, or if I get more followers and get more participation. Who knows? I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But fantastic teams all the same to those that did participate and did tag me during this contest event and the duration. Thank you once again, and I'm looking forward to your continued support and encouragement in the future as this channel does particularly grow. But aside from all this, I believe that covers just about everything for this week's episode, including finally announcing the highlights and the winners of my personal contest. Sorry again for that, folks, for delaying it and kind of accidentally forgetting it. But all that aside, thanks again for stopping by. If you'd like to know more, you can follow us below on Facebook at the Medarot News Network page or the Metabots Forever communities on Facebook. You can also join us on Discord in the link provided and in the comments below, where we keep the most up-to-date on anything related to Medarot and anything related to it, be the weekly Medarot S News, any merchandise or any updates on anything that is upcoming, new merch, new games, new manga, anything. That is the first place that you will see the updates go live before they are announced officially on my channel or even on any of the other pages that are run. You can also reach out to me personally on Twitter at Isagamikura, so if you have any questions or feedback or comments, or any kind of ideas that you'd like to give to me, or even just to talk to me and say hello, friend, my DMs are always open, so don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out to me. And do also give these good friends of mine a follow as well. Callie Dory at Eru4, who also runs the Metabots OOC page on Facebook, so for your daily Medarot content. And of course, for Callie's personal streaming and what she does with her content. Fantastic work. I have poked my head in there a couple times, and she has been starting to do this Curious Cat thing on there on her streams and on her Twitter occasionally too, as another way to engage her community. So if you do want to ask her a question and see that answered, do feel free to stop on by her page and get a link to that and see maybe if your question does get answered either on Twitter or in a future stream. And do, of course, also give Metabots España a follow as well for any of my Spanish-speaking fellows, for any of that region that are in need of any of your daily Metabots feed. This is definitely your page to go follow. Not as heavily populated as you might expect of, say, the Metabots OOC page, which is more of an international and your global group, but all the same, many thanks and definitely a shout out to the Metabots España page for definitely trying to find a way to include and reach out to the Spanish fans across the globe where maybe English may not be a native tongue or something that they're comfortable in, but still want to participate in the community and its fandom all the same. So great work to the both of you. Definitely give both of these pages a follow. But with all that being said, thanks again for stopping by, folks. It's always happy to have you in for a visit. Until next time, this is your host, Kura Isagami of the Medarot News Network, signing out.